LEGO and its community have completely transformed over the past few years. A lot has evolved, and honestly, a lot of it for the worse. But did this community change because of outside circumstances or because of us? Let's find out. During COVID, LEGO launched the Adults Welcome campaign, sparking a massive wave of older fans returning to the hobby. In response, the company began releasing products targeted specifically toward them, high-end display models with complex builds and premium price tags. LEGO didn't just change their marketing, they fundamentally changed their philosophy. Look at the boxes themselves. The introduction of the sleek minimalist black packaging branded with the 18+ label wasn't an accident. It signaled to us that this isn't a toy anymore, this is a luxury product. And when a hobby shifts from a toy to a luxury item, the price ceiling completely disappears. We went from being excited about building techniques, minifigures, and just having fun, to being forced to view LEGO as a premium display piece, and paying a massive premium for the privilege. As this unfolded, LEGO realized that adults wield far greater economic power than children. So, they began testing the limits of these new consumers, steadily pushing boundaries with higher price points. Today, this strategy has fueled the most controversial debate in the community: hyperinflation. In themes like Star Wars, costs have spiked to a point where collectors are getting priced out. We used to have the classic price per piece ratio. For years, that was how we knew a set was worth our money. But today, that standard is completely outdated. They pack sets with hundreds of tiny pieces just to make the count look high on the box, while the actual model feels tiny in your hands. Or even worse, use licensed themes like Star Wars to justify price tags that make no sense for the amount of plastic you actually get. This financial frustration is turning passionate fans into bitter critics, breeding instant toxicity online. Worse yet, our own hyper-consumerism validates these corporate moves. The obsession with completing entire collections, or hoarding multiples as investments, proves to LEGO that no matter the cost, we will buy whatever they come up with. This shift in the hobby has resulted in a new, aggressive wave of online negativity. Social media platforms, forums, and comment sections are no longer just places to share your perspective. They are spaces where people love to clash and criticize each other. The algorithm actively rewards this. Content creators quickly realized that hating on a set gets more views than a balanced review. As a result, the community is now stuck in a cycle of complaining. And that negativity is also turning inwards. Fans attack other fans for their individual tastes, or for liking a set which is considered trash. Now, this doesn't happen everywhere. There are still people who don't want to offend others and try not to be toxic. But this is exactly what our community lacks right now: positivity and optimism. We don't have a lot of hope for new sets coming out. Instead, we immediately try to predict their flaws. Having criticisms isn't the worst part, but focusing exclusively on the ugly side of things is the real issue. We've been conditioned by social media and videos to hunt down every single flaw, while completely ignoring the good points. Most of these complaints focus heavily on the price tags rather than the actual builds. I mean, yes, cost is a massive factor in a set's success, but LEGO still seems to win regardless. A major reason these retail prices keep soaring is the rise of investing, reselling, and scalping. The main idea is simple. LEGO sees our willingness to buy up inventory, they watch aftermarket values explode, and they exploit it for more, you guessed it,
money!
I actually made an entire separate video diving deep into that specific market, which you can check out right after this. Now, I'm not against investing in LEGO, I also do it myself. But there is a line. Don't scalp sets just to charge astronomical rates. Because when you do that, you end up being worse than LEGO itself. And there is something else I've noticed. We all tend to carry a deep sense of nostalgia, making us incredibly biased toward the sets of our childhood. We claim they were better or more meaningful than anything modern. I get it, because I also like to think that my childhood dream set remains the absolute best to this day. But that's a lie. While a few classic models can genuinely compare to, or even outperform, their modern remakes, that is definitely not true for all of them. I know this bias isn't always noticeable because it feels so relatable, but it's something we need to call out. I am just as guilty of it, but I try to stay as objective as possible. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Look, I don't want to preach to anyone or just sit here complaining about the state of the community. The truth is, I am part of this cycle too, often without even realizing it. I buy overpriced sets the day they drop, though in my defense, we rarely get sales where I live, so there's no real incentive to wait, and I heavily criticize new releases just like everyone else. But I actively try not to be a keyboard warrior, or the type of creator who chases views by just blaming LEGO. What I really wanted to say with this video is that if we work together, moving away from toxicity and looking past our own selfish interests, we can actually make this hobby better. Let's try to bring some positivity back into the community. Let's start looking at the LEGO glass as half full, rather than half empty. If you've stayed with me until the very end, please let me know down in the comments what you think about this situation and how we can fix it. I'd honestly love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more LEGO videos and content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.